Quick tips on how to use blood paste. So the blood paste that I use and recommend is this one by Creative Glamour. It is amazing. It has the most beautiful deep red color, and also the texture is really good because if you just scoop it straight out the box, it's more of a thick pasty texture. But I also found if you want a runny texture, all you have to do is give it a good mix, and then you'll have a much more runny consistency if you want to create like dripping blood or something like that. I absolutely love this stuff. So let me put some on a palette and let me show you a few quick ways to work with it. It is a very, very deep red. Look at that. It's beautiful. And if you apply it like that, you'll have a much thicker consistency like this. And it'll look like one of those really deep, gross cuts. However, you can make it look a little bit lighter just by spreading it out a little bit more. Do you see how different the colors are here? However, I do feel like both of them look pretty realistic in color to me. So one of the tips that I have for you is how to create a scrape. And all you need is your blood paste and a disposable mascara wand. And if you don't have one of these, then just go grab one of the old mascaras that's sitting at the bottom of your drawer that you don't use anymore. Take the wand, give it a good wash so you don't land up with any extra mascara that you don't want, and you're good to go. So you just want to dip your mascara wand in the blood paste. And you don't want to put too much. You can always add more. You can't take away. That's a little bit more complicated. You want to first put a thin layer so that you can see how it's looking, and then you can add more if you want. But remember, scrapes aren't like extremely dripping in blood. You know, they're more so lighter in color and, you know, sort of on the surface. So you just want to do it very lightly. And also, one thing about the mascara wand is everything is sort of like uniform. So you want to slightly switch up the direction here and there. And you can add more as you go, just adjusting the scrape to look however you want it. You want it to be a little bit more concentrated in one area, right? And then you want to spread it out a little bit more thinly all around, just to make it look a little bit more inflamed and everything. And you can make it as big as you like. It just depends how bad you want to look. Okay, and that's how you make a scrape. So for my next tip, I'm going to show you how to make a nice deep cut. So with this particular blood paste, I would say because it's very pigmented, I wouldn't necessarily, if you're making a small cut, put like a black eyeliner or something underneath. But maybe if you're making something a little bit bigger along your arm, you can play more with like light and dark. But if you just want to make like a nice cut along the cheek or something like that, then all you need is the blood paste itself. All you have to do is take your liner brush, coat it in the blood, and then draw a nice line wherever you would like your cut to be. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit more and we're going to keep building, okay? And what you want to try and do is you want to make sure that you fill in the middle the most and flick out the ends a little bit so they look a little bit lighter than the center, because the center is where we want the blood to look like it's dripping the most. You want to continue adding more blood towards the middle. If we want to make this look like it's dripping, what we want to do is we want to mix it in the pot like I mentioned in the beginning, and take some with the back of your brush and then just sort of drip it on there. Like that. And to just sort of blend it into the cut like this, so that it looks like it's all pooling towards the center, and just sort of follow where the drip is going. One more tip is you always want the darkest place to be where the cut is. So just go over it a little bit more if you feel you need to. The rest of this I just did for fun with the leftover blood that was on my palette. In the comments, let me know if you would like to know about any of the other products that I used in my zombie video, and I'll make a video on that too. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you some quick tips on how to use blood paste. It's a really nice costume element, and I feel like, you know, for cosplay, for Halloween costumes, etc., it could really come in handy as a quick fix. So hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know if there's any other makeup tips you'd like me to talk about, and I'd be happy to help.